Hello everyone, welcome to another race at the Division 2 Championship. Today we're racing at the circuit of the Azerbaijan, one of the street circuits on the calendar, round 6. Today we're commentating on Division 3 and yeah, really looking forward. We had some troubles at the start, but here we are going live on Twitch, and we already have an Aston Martin spinning around. Really unfortunate for the driver. And welcome everybody. I want to give my condolences to all the UK drivers for losing their queen today. So hopefully they'll be feeling a bit well to race, as I'm wishing them the best of luck. So big respects to them for showing up on the track today, and having 19 drivers on the grid, a few UK drivers, big respects to them. So may she rest in peace. But today we're running on the Baku street circuit, a really quick circuit, really easy to lose your car into the wall, and I think one of the biggest overtaking opportunities is the main straight. 1.6 kilometers long is that straight, so a lot of overtaking is going to happen right there. So really curious what all the drivers can do. Currently in the lead in the championship we have Nathaniel, who has been consistent really much at this at the start of the season. 5 podiums in 5 races for Nathaniel, which giving him 98 points at the start of this season, which is a very good result from him. Right behind him we have Fox Blue with 75 points, so only 23 points away. So he needs to get a win today, as Lunatic already said in the chat. He needs to get this win. So looking forward to this race. The length of the circuit is 6 kilometers with 20 turns and 2 DRS zones. The DRS zones is after turn 2 to 3, so a big straight as well. So let's see what all the drivers can do. Of course we have all the drivers going to set their lap times on the soft tire, as all the drivers will have an opportunity to choose their starting tire at the start of this race. I think the medium hard will be the fastest, but a few drivers will definitely go and try to go for the alternate one. So let's see, heading back to one of the Ferraris. It's Hammers UK, or no, it's Felix who's on an outlap, but he has been slipstreamed by one of the Alfa Romeos. Is one of the Alfa Romeos to be the first one to set a lap time? No, he is not, but I think TGL is just starting his hot lap. Who will be the first one to cross the line? I think it is Stewart with a 1:45 as a banker lap for the I think one of the English drivers on the grid today. So a good lap time from Stewart, a good first lap from him. And all the drivers are reigning lap times right now. One of the AlphaTauris, D Stavrolis, currently P3 in the championship standings, 72 points, and still going. Nathaniel Barron, the current championship leader, into the lead, a 1:40.4, and look at Fox Blue, 1:39.5, and that's an amazing banker lap time. I think pole time in Division 1 was a 1:38.9, and in Division 2 there was some new guy really smacking the times with a 1:38.3, which is very interesting why he is in D2. But nevertheless, Fox Blue is taking the lead. Relay Luca in second place, 7 tenths behind. So Fox Blue had an amazing banker lap on his first run. Look at Felix the Pirate heading into the last corner, going for the main straight. 1.6 kilometers now is long, so the straight line speed is needed. This is a very tricky part, a really fast part. Oh, and it hits the wall, and that's an abortion for Felix the Pirate. He will probably have some wing damage collected into the wall, so he will dive into the pits. Very unfortunate for him. And look at Patrick. What can Patrick do? In the Alfa Romeo 144, and currently P3. had some bad luck, has been involved in some incidents last week. Very unfortunate for Patrick, so let's see what he can do. He currently sets his car into P3, which is very great to see from the Alfa Romeo. And a few drivers have set their lap. Tom Potty into P11 in the Haas. Is he improving? I don't think he is, so he will abort that lap and dive into the pits. A few drivers on their out laps. It's Billy Quistro, Hamish UK and Price not setting a valid lap yet. So we will have to wait and see what these drivers can do. But heading into the Drivers' Championship, Nathaniel in the lead, Fox Blue in second, Stavrolis in third. Quistro 30 points behind Stavrolis on 42 points. And Billy in P5. Only 7 points behind Quistro with 35 points. In the Constructor Championship we have the Alpine team running the lead. Nathaniel and ABXMT currently in the lead for the Constructors. 95 points ahead of Aston Martin, who has 75. So a 20 points difference between Alpine and Aston Martin, but fighting for P2 in the Constructors is really close between AlphaTauri and Haas and Aston Martin, only separated by 10 points. And in P5 followed by Mercedes, who is a little bit further behind, but we all know that the Baku circuit is staying out of trouble. So very interesting to see. Let's see Quistro currently P4 in the championship. What can he do? He has driven in Division 2 last season, driving in Division 3 this season, and currently in P4. What can he do today in the Haas? The Haas team is in P3 in the Constructor, so not really a bad start on the season for them. Aaron taking it really cautious through the castle section. Really easy to lose a small amount of grip on the rears to collect yourself into the wall. Looking at Quistro is heading into the end of sector 2 of 15.6 for him, and that's the purple sector for Quistro. As the game tells us, he's picking up a small slipstream in front of him and avoids the wall there on the fast left right-handers, and on the main straight picking up the DRS. He is going to cross the line in a minute, in a few seconds of time, and he is going to a 139.8, and that puts him in P2 and only 2.5 tenths away from Fox Blue. So good lap time from Quistro, and already 2 drivers out of this session. I think there was a wheel from one of the drivers who haven't being able to set their lap times. Of course, we have mentioned it before. It is a really difficult circuit to keep your consistency and to keep your car out of the walls. And as we are talking about keeping your car out of the walls, one of the Mercedes at the end of sector 2 has spun around. And Billy puts his car into P3 just in front of Luca. Great job by Billy. Billy currently in P5 in the Driver Championship, so he is trying to grab some good points today. It will be a hard task for all the drivers to beat Fox Blue, but he is on an immense pace. Well, we're talking about Fox Blue. He is starting his hot lap, so let's stay on board with the Aston Martin. Let's see if he can improve on his previous lap time.
Amazing.
And I think I forgot to mute everyone. So let's see.
Yes, you did.
I'll be right back. Oh, there's someone in the wall in the castle section. Not sure who it is, but I saw it on the background. And going to start a party. So we're heading back to Fox Blue, who is going to end his lap time. I don't think he will have a very good lap time, so he is diving into the pits to prepare himself for another run. Let's see who is on a flying lap as well. One of the Ferraris, I think it's Felix Le Pirate. Will he be able to set a good lap time heading to the end of sector 1, not improving on his previous lap time, so no improvement by him. Let's see, Stavrilis, really disappointing qualifying from him so far into P13. Expecting a lot more from him in this session with a McLaren right in front of him. D. Stavrilis on a flying lap at the moment, but one of the McLarens definitely in his way. I'm not sure if he is gonna continue on this flying lap. Let's see, D. Stavrilis. And let's see at the end of sector 2 if he is improving. Well, the other drivers, TGL Stewart into P3. Amazing job by the Scottish driver, and his teammate Patrick is right behind him as well. Has improved within 5/10 of Fox Blue, so the banker lap of Fox Blue helped him out a lot. What can Stavrilis do? Stavrilis, is he continuing? No, he isn't. And Boye Root, a Dutch driver, of course, is going to start his flying lap. He probably has picked up some extra. No, he's diving into the pits, so the only drivers on the track at the moment are TGL Stewart, and Luca is diving out and so is Haas. So they're trying to go early and hoping for a good last qualifying run. A little fact, I've been looking at the standings at the moment, and the top 9 in the Drivers' Championship have all finished once on the podium. And that will mean that this division is very close on race pace, at least, with 5 races, 9 different drivers on the podium. Is a pretty good stat. Root has been retired in the pit lane, so no qualifying time from him, and what I've seen is that Nathaniel Perrin is the most consistent driver of the season so far, picking up 5 podiums in 5 races. That's a really good start, and it's the man to beat at the moment. He's not really the quickest in qualifying, as we've seen, but he's also very consistent in the race. But while we're looking at the Mercedes of RPM Haas, he is driving for the RPM esports team, currently sitting in P14, 2.2 seconds away from the top of the field. So he has to get some great improvements in this lap to push his car even further on the grid. But the top 10 has been within 1 second on this difficult track, so that's very interesting to see. Really hard to nail your best lap here. Oh, Haas hits the wall, but still continuing. A little bit of wheel spin out of that corner, now heading on to the castle section, not really attacking it aggressively, he's just keeping it safe. safe and clean, but will this help him at the end of this qualifying lap? He will be the last driver on a flying lap. Really hitting that curb. His car is looking very stiff at the moment, but look at Haas, he is 2/10 off on his previous lap time. And Quistro has improved, or did he just start his hot lap? But let's say Robert Haas on the main straight, still 2/10 up. Let's see, Haas, where will he place his car for his last qualifying run? It's gonna be a 141.6, and that's 2.5 up, but that's not a place improvement by the Mercedes. And the Mercedes driver is struggling full pace. One of the drivers to keep an eye on is Quistro, because he might be the one to attack the time of Fox Blue. And let's say on board with the Haas driver. A lot of drivers need big improvements to challenge Fox Blue. My pole prediction time was a 1:39.4, so it's really close. Let's see, Quistro on the main straight will have, I don't think he's close enough for slipstream on the McLaren in front of him, on the Alfa Romeo in front of him. But let's see, Quistro is going to cross the line. Will he attack the time off? And oh, only 1900s away from the time of Fox Blue. Oh, that's a really close. Oh, and that's an Alpine in the wall, and ABXMT is out of this session. Very unfortunate for him, but Quistro improves. And I think one of the Alpines will it be Nathaniel. Yes, it will be. He is 5/10 off up in sector 2. Let's see Nathaniel Perrin. Where will he put his car? Will it be put on the second row? I don't think it will be close enough for the first row, the front row, but he put his car on the second row, only 3/10 away from the top. So another good performance from Nathaniel. And I think one of the AlphaTauris, I think it's Stavrlis, who is 6.5 up in sector 2. Picking up the DRS right now. He is currently P3 in the championship, so he needs to grab some good points. Stavrlis is crossing the line with a 147, 7/10 up, but only good for P11. And one of the Ferraris, Hammers UK, not improving on his lap time. So who will be a driver to attack the times? Fox Blue. Fox Blue is heading on the main straight as well. Let's see, Fox Blue. He is up. Is he up on his time? Let's see, Fox Blue. Where will we end up? I'm not sure, but he qualified in P3 in Division 1 yesterday. And he is up on a 139.3 and 2.5 up. And he separates by 2.5 to Quistro and 5/10 to his main rival in the championship. So a really good qualifying by Fox Blue, picking up another pole position. And the qualifying has been finished, but look at Patrick's. Can he surprise us? Patrick's puts his car in the second row as well in the last lap of his qualifying session. And that was our qualifying of today at the Baku circuit. A close qualifying, but Fox Blue is on another level, 2.5 away from the rest of the field. But at the end, the race consistency, that's what matters. And the top 9 within 1 second, gonna give us some great racing. Not sure what the race conditions will be. But the qualifying has been finished. Man like donkey in P16. 3.7 seconds away, so he's gonna struggle a lot in this in the race as well, probably. But yeah, miracles are always possible in the race conditions. Let's go through the final qualifying results. Fox Blue in P1, Quistro in second, Patrick's great qualifying from him in P3, Nathaniel in P4, TGL Stewart after some disappointing races putting his car in P5, great qualifying from him. Billy in 6, Stewart 7, Luca in 8, Hammers UK in 9, ABXMT in 10th place, Rika in 11, Stavrolis disappointing qualifying by him in P12, Felix Lepard in 13, Haas in 14, Tampudi in 15, Man Like Donkey, Booyah, SBM RT and Price Phantom are P16 to P19. And it seems to be a dry session at the start of this Grand Prix, but look at those dark clouds. Will there be any rain incoming? I'm not sure if there will be, but it's looking like there is a chance of rain upcoming in this Grand Prix. So let's see. Fox Blue on pole position, really good starting position to gain some time on Nathaniel in the championship. He is 23 points away from Nathaniel in the championship standing, so it's gonna be an interesting race. Let's see what their tire choices will be. The top 4 starting on the medium tire compound, and look at Stewart, he is going for the alternate strategy. From P6 to P10 on the mediums as well. So they are just trying to gamble on a safety car, and a safety car will definitely be coming in this race with these close walls. It's really looking like Monaco, but then a lot quicker with having main straights and overtaking possibilities, but the walls are really close, so one mistake could cost you your race. So it will definitely ask for some concentration from all the drivers. Rika starting on the hard tires as well, and so is SBMRT. So we're making ourselves up for a great race. Fox Blue needs the points to close his gap in the championship. But I think Patrick's has some great pace as well, so will he be able to fight at the front and attack those two front runners? So is Quistro, he wants to win as well because he is in P4 in the championship and he needs to close up on the guys in front of him as well. So we will be preparing ourselves for a great race at Baku. And it's the third fastest street circuit of the calendar, with Jeddah being the first, Australia second based on average top speed, and Baku is the third fastest street circuit. Of course, sector 1 is a lot of straight line speed is needed, but in sector 2 your car is asking for downforce, so it's really important to have your setup right on this circuit. If you don't choose the right setup, you're gonna lose a lot of time. It's a combination of straight line speed and downforce being asked on this circuit. So I think the best overtaking opportunities are at the end of turn 1. Oh, Quistro and Patrick's having a small moment under the formation lap conditions, so hopefully their tires will be a little bit warmed up. And as we already know, the formation lap is on immersive, so all the drivers are trying to get their car on the right place to start this Grand Prix. and a few drivers being disqualified as well. So hopefully they won't have too cold tires. Well, all the drivers are preparing. And we're almost going to race with 5, 4, and 3, 2, 1. And all the lights are off. And round 6 in Division 2. And away we go. Everyone, Fox Blue is really having struggles at the start. Fox Blue is spinning around. Oh my, Fox Blue is back into P6 and Quistro takes the lead, but look at Billy. Billy had an amazing start of this. Wow, and look at one of the assists. Quistro lost it as well. So the front two have lost it, and Carnage at the back. And look at that. Wow. And it's Billy into P1, Patrick's in P2, Stewart in P3, and Nathaniel in P4. Fox Blue is 5th. Oh, losing a lot of positions on the start, and there's already a safety car. And what's happening? What's happening? Everyone's slowing down, and Rika got a 5-second time penalty for probably overtaking on the safety car conditions. Oh, there's already carnage at the start of this Grand Prix. Look at Billy. Billy's really happy about this one. Look at the positions gained. Billy winning 5 positions on the start. A great start from Billy. Patrick's stayed calm as well into P2, winning 1 position. Stewart winning 4. Nathaniel stays 4th. Just keeping out of trouble and ahead of his main rival. That's a good stuff for Nathaniel. Fox Blue having really big troubles at the start. Unfortunate for the Aston Martin, but he will bounce back, I'm sure. And look at the biggest winner of this Grand Prix. It's Booyah Word. 9, winning 9 positions at the start is really impressive. Not setting 1 qualifying lap, and he is already back in the points. I don't think drivers will pit already. So let's stay on board with It's Billy. I don't think he will. Of course he will not. Because you only have 1 tire of each compound. And look at Fox Blue. Fox Blue is already in the pits. Did he pick up some damage? Let's see. He's in the pits for fresh hard tires. Oh, no, he didn't pick up any damage. As he's not repairing it at least. But he's already switching early on the hard tires. Will this be some strategy call by Fox Blue? Interesting choice. And I think a few drivers are doing the same. And a few drivers also going for the medium tires. So an interesting strategy call by to pit early. But will we be able to take them till the end? The hard tire, 24 laps. With a lot of you need a lot of speed on the rear tires on the exit, so your rear tires will be. I think they will be degrading a lot on this circuit, but. It depends, of course, on your setup, how you have set up the car. If you have chosen to have a downforce setup, your degradation will be a little bit lower, but you will lose a lot of time on the exits. I mean, on the straight line speeds. On the exits, you will gain a little bit of time, but it's gonna be an interesting one. What drivers have chosen to their setups. And the first lap already right behind the safety car. Hamish UK choosing a really attacking strategy, going for the soft tire. And what's happening? Oh, TGL Stewart has lost it on the safety car conditions. What's happening to him? Hopefully he didn't pick up any damage from that, because he just pitted for some fresh medium tires. And TGL Stewart really put his car Oh, Fox is pitting again, so he probably has some damage. Oh, Fox Blue's race is... Oh, he started from pole position and he is losing. Oh, Fox. He's switching back to the medium tire. And he's losing a lot of positions. Started from pole and now probably being in last place. Or maybe not. No, he will be behind Ricca. Oh, P18. He has a long race ahead of him. He will be furious. And Lucas in P1. It's Billy. Winning 5 positions on the start. Great job by him to keep him calm. And I think if the grid is gonna close up, I think the safety car will... We have a chance the safety car will be in this lap. Wow, a lot of places has changed after that start. I think Fox Blue has struggled with some cold tires, to be honest, because if you saw him getting off the line, he was struggling so much for grip. I think he had an issue with that tires, to be honest, but we're not gonna find out. And then he pitted for the hard tire and his wing change didn't work out. I don't think the safety car will be in this lap. Or will it be? Yes, the safety car will be in this lap. So Billy is going to set the pace in the Williams with Stewart, his teammate, in P3, right behind the Alfa Romeo. So will there be team games ongoing between the Williams and the Alfa Romeo, or when will Billy go? We're going to stay on board with Billy, because this restart is important. But we all know Patrick's can be quick as well. We have seen that in qualifying. And I think Billy is going, Billy is off, and a really good restart, and Stewart is weak as well. Patrick's is a little bit napping on that restart, and drivers are probably going to struggle with that tire temperature, and one of the Alpines already running wide, but Nathaniel keeps his car on the track. A lot of troubles. Look at ABX Team T going for a move on Price Phantom. Price Phantom is under pressure of the Red Bull, of the Haas of Tom Putty. Look at one of the Red Bulls going for a late lunge, and he's spinning around, and really late move by Price Phantom. I don't know why he is putting his car there. That was just a late braking. Oh, and look at one of the Haas spun around as well. And oh, there's no grip for all the drivers here. A lot of drivers spinning around, and the gap to P5 is already 4.8 seconds. Look at SBRMT going to make a move on Man Like Donkey on the medium tire, so he has an advantage on the tire, going through the castle section, keeping his car in front. Man Like Donkey in the points, and he started last, don't forget that. So Man Like Donkey, as I've predicted before, your race pace is more important than your qualifying pace. You can start last, but if you keep your head cool, you can definitely get into the points. As a lot of drivers are spinning around. Look at one of the Mercedes. Haas is not really bothered fighting Hammers UK on the soft tire, which is a very interesting one. But Patrick sets the fastest lap on the mediums and trying to close the gap on Billy. So we have a four-way battle for the lead. Nathaniel is there again. So Nathaniel really aiming on that race setup, as he has showed us already in the first 5 races. Nathaniel is closing in to Stewart. 3/10 away, and Ruud is losing a small amount. Oh, Nathaniel is losing a small amount of time. Look at Ruud. Ruud is at the back of Nathaniel. Ruud taking a big curb. Look at TGL Stewart is out of this race. TGL Stewart is out of this Grand Prix, and will there be a safety car being announced? I'm not sure. Oh, really close to the wall from Ruud. Oh, another touch to the wall. As we have said before, this is a really tough circuit to keep your car out of the wall. And Billy has put himself 1.1 seconds away, so he puts his main rival out of that DRS range. And further back behind we have Rika and Felix and men like Donkey having a battle for P9 on the grid. And I think Felix will have an opportunity to make a move. He is on the hard tires. He's running the same tire as his opponent, man like Donkey. And Felix has a really good exit. And look, oh! And that's a small kiss to the back of. Look at the Mercedes of Rika going for a double overtake here. Rika has made the move stick, and now Felix Le Pirate has a slipstream right in front. But the straight line speed of Rika is really impressive. Rika moves up to P9. And Patrick is back within the DRS range of Billy. And further back we have Quistro and Hammers UK fighting for P12. And now Patrick is losing a lot of time into sector 2. So Patrick will probably be he's focused on the straight line speed setup. 1.3 seconds away, and as I mentioned before, it's a combination. You don't need to run too low wings, especially not in sector 2. He's losing like 5/10 a lap on that last in sector 2. The middle sector is costing him a lot of time, and Billy is gaining time on him. But look at Patrick's. He is probably gonna gain some time, and it will be a very hard task for Stewart to overtake him. But look at Stewart. Stewart is closing in, picking up DRS. Patrick has no DRS in front of him. But look at Stewart is picking up DRS. Look at the straight line speed of Patrick's. Running a setup for a lot of straight line speed. Stewart makes the move into turn 1. Patrick's go for the not having a lot of grip on the exit, and that allows Stewart to make it a Williams 1-2 at the moment. Impressive stuff from the Williams team. Patrick is going to make a late move. No, he is waiting and focusing on that exit. And look at Nathaniel. Nathaniel is closing in as well. And Nathaniel knows no need to take any risk with my main rifle being in P13. So just stick behind. No need to take any risks. But look at Nathaniel. He is closing in 0.2 of a second to Patrick. His pace is falling down. So he is really struggling on the grip through sector 2. And I think the drivers around him are running a little bit more downforce. And that's not paying off for him. He's losing a lot of time to Stewart now. Also, out of the DRS, you can have a lot of straight line speed, but if your car is not working through sector 2, it's gonna cost you a lot of time. And look at Nathaniel on the exit, really quick on the exit, within 0.3 of a second. And this will allow Nathaniel to pick up the DRS and go for a move for the last podium spot. Will Nathaniel go for the move into turn 1? He is picking up DRS. Putting it on right now. ERS has been enabled as well, and let's see. He is gaining a lot of time to Patrick, and he is making the move stick into turn 1, and will probably have a really good exit compared to him. And Nathaniel is not picking up DRS on the car in front, so this will give Patrick an opportunity to make the switchback move for P3, but I don't think he will because his DRS is really low at the moment. So is Stewart's. Stewart is pushing as well. Stewart is managing to keep up with its Billy. Williams 1-2 at the moment. And further back we have Relay Luca in P5 as a reserve. A really great job by Luca. But he's 3.9 seconds away. He's the hard runner who's leading. Quistro is the hard runner in second place. So they will go further on this stint. The medium runners will need to pit earlier. And we have a second to Fox Blue in the wall. No, the championship rival Fox Blue is out of this session. And he has been collected in the castle section. Oh, Fox Blue. And there's a safety car being deployed. Will this be an opportunity for the drivers to, especially the medium runners, to make their pit stop for the hard tires and stretch till the end? Fox Blue is not scoring any points today, and this will allow some drivers to and this will mean Relay Luca is on P1. The McLaren driver started from P8 and now into P1 on the hard tires, but of course he didn't make a pit stop. And of course, as predicted, all the drivers are making that pit stop for fresh hard tires. Nathaniel jumps Stewart, and Nathaniel's in. It's a challenge for the win again. Wow, what a consistency is he showing this season. And Quistro put on some medium tires as well. I don't think they. I think he needs to go for another pit stop. Oh, I'm feeling sad for Fox Blue. Losing his car in the castle section. He did a Charles Leclerc. And look at the last place. Stavrolis also in P3. So Nathaniel. Stavrolis in P3 in the Drivers' Championship. Just 3 points behind Fox Blue. He just needs to score a few points, but he is last. Last place for Stavrolis. Very unfortunate for P2 and P3 in the championship standings. Quistro in P8, in P4, and Billy can grab some good points today. But look who's leading, it's Luca. Still on those 7-lap old hard tires. Probably trying to hope for another safety car. And we have two soft runners, Felix, Lepard and Haas, going for the attacking strategy after that safety car restart. A very interesting strategy by Felix and Haas. And I think the hard runners don't need to make another pit stop. I think they're going to stretch it till the end. And Haas is in the pits. What is he doing? Is he going for the hard tires probably? And he's 3-lap on 3-lap old hards. Did 1 lap on the softs to have an extra lap on the hards at the end. And now he needs to push because there will be a chance. The safety car is coming in this lap. And let's see now the biggest winners of this Grand Prix. Man like Donkey, 11 positions in P5. Of course, he needs to make a pit stop, and I think so is SBR-MRT as well. No, SBR-MRT is 2 laps on the hards, so he pitted on the right moment, winning 11 positions as well. A really great strategy call by the Aston Martin. And the biggest loser is, of course, Fox Blue DNF from this session, and so is Stewart. Stewart not really lucky at the moment. He had really bad luck this season so far, and unfortunately for Fox Blue, his championship is going to be tough against one of the most consistent drivers, Nathaniel Perrin. And the safety car is coming in this lap, so will Haas be able to close in at the right moment? But we're going to stay on board with Luca. When is he going? He's going to lead the field during this safety car restart, with it's Billy and Nathaniel Perrin right behind him. 2 quick drivers, 2 consistent drivers. When will they overtake him? When is the McLaren going? I think he's going right now, and what a good restart. But look at Nathaniel. Nathaniel is right at the back of the Williams. Will Nathaniel take the virtual lead? No, he's waiting. No need to take too many risks. Defend your championship. And look at Stewart. Stewart on the inside of Nathaniel. And Nathaniel is really going on the outside. And one of the McLarens is out. Man like Donkey in the wall. And into the wall goes Man like Donkey. Very unfortunate for him. He has won a lot of positions, but now he is out of this race, perhaps. But still in the battle, Patrick, Stewart, Nathaniel and Billy. That is going to be a very interesting battle for P1. Oh, Stewart is really cutting that corner, so he will definitely pick up a warning for that. Oh, I saw wing flying. Let's see, wing flying. Was it a wing of Nathaniel? He's losing a small amount of pace. Was it a wing of Nathaniel? And it was a wing of Nathaniel. Look at his. No, I don't think it was the wing of Nathaniel. Really hard to see. Cars are going so fast. He's not losing a lot of pace, so. But look at It's Billy. It's Billy is closing in to Luca. Will he make a move? He's showing himself on the inside, but he is not going to be close enough to make the move into turn 1. Will he focus on the exit? Yes, he will. And there's coming another long straight ahead of him. And Luca running a little wide, really close to the wall, but has a really good exit compared to Billy. And Billy is just keeping his car within 0.5 of a second. Really hard to warm your tires, your hard tires, especially after that safety car restart. So Luca has a slight advantage on those tires at the start of this restart. But after a few laps, those tires of Billy will be on the right temperature, and then Billy will close in. Look at Billy, now he is within 0.3 of a second. And Root and Man Like Donkey has lost the pace to the guys in front. And look at Luca touching the wall slightly. And we're almost halfway on this Grand Prix, and look at Billy, he is trying to go for the move at the end of turn 1. Let's see, he picks up a really good slipstream in front of him, and look at Nathaniel as well. A really close racing by these three drivers. And look at Stewart and Patrick's right behind as well, but look at Billy. He is going to have a look on the inside of Relay Luca, and Relay Luca is avoiding that collision, and it's Billy outbraked him and moves up to P1. And now Nathaniel is all over Relay Luca. The DRS has been enabled this lap, so this will give Relay Luca the opportunity to close in on Billy again. And a really good straight line speed from Luca, but he's not close enough to make a move, and he is in for the fight. But he needs to make another pit stop, so he gamble for another safety car. And look at this, sector 1, we have a spinner, and there is Hammers UK losing Hammers UK in the wall, and Hammers UK lost it. Look at further back behind, Nathaniel is closing in to Luca, but Luca is still keeping this P2, so the race pace of Luca is looking very strong on these old tires compared to those new hard runners. And in sector 2 we have another spinner. Who is it? One of the Aston Martins has been spun around, and it's SBM RTT. No safety car has been caught out for the, well, we're on 50% of the Grand Prix. It's Relay Luca picking up the DRS again, but look at Nathaniel, he is closing in. Will we go for a move into turn 1 for P2? He's really close, saved up some ERS. And I think this will be an easy move for Nathaniel, outbraking his main rival. And Tom Putty's in the wall. Tom Putty's in the wall, and we have another safety car. And this will help Relay Luca. This is what he was hoping for. Fresh mediums for Relay Luca. 12 laps on the medium tire. I think it's doable. But what will the front runners do? I don't think they will pit. I think they will stay out. And I think Relay Luca will be in a very good position to attack those guys if he doesn't lose too many positions. The third safety car of the race. Lap 1, lap 9, and now lap 14. And as predicted, there will be safety cars on this track. Of course there will be. A lot of carnage. Really hard to manage your grip on this circuit. So, and a lot of drivers trying to push too much. Yeah. Instant safety cars. But let's have a tight look on what the front runners will do. It's Billy in the lead again. What is he going to do? Will we dive into the pits, or will we continue? He's going to continue, but look at the Relay Luca. He is diving into the pit. Of course he is. He shouldn't wait anymore. Everyone is continuing. Stewart is continuing. Ricca is continuing. He's losing a lot of positions though. Felix is in the pit. Stavrolis is continuing into the points again. Luca on the medium tires shown good pace to keep up with the front runner. So I'm expecting Luca to gain some positions after that restart. And ABXMT has lost it as well. And Stewart and Patrick's have a penalty. Stewart picking up a 5-second time penalty. They're losing his entire front wing. What happened to Stewart? Under safety car conditions. Oh, his entire race has been destroyed by that collision. and that will allow Quistro on the medium tire, 7 lap old. He will be happy about this safety car though. And I think he's not gonna pit anymore, because Stewart in front is gonna lose his position. He will need to pit, so he's going to promote himself into P4. But then again, how long? Oh, Quistro, what are you doing? Did you pick up damage from that? Hopefully he didn't. But that was a bit too much on throttle. Now let's see Stewart, what is he doing? I think he's diving into the pits. Of course he is. He lost his entire front wing, and I don't think he's going to race with that. No, Billy's not pitting. Stewart is pitting, of course he is, and that will allow Quistro to move up a place, and so is Ricca, so is Price. Staff into P7. Staff just really loving these safety cars. Into P7 he goes. Look at Luca on the medium tire in P8. He's a threat. He is a threat to the drivers in front. He will be the driver to watch after that safety car restart. He definitely has an advantage to the drivers in front of him, as he was pretty quick after that safety car restart on those old hard tires. It's gonna be an interesting one. What can Quistro do on those 8 lap old medium tires compared to the 7 lap old hard tires? Not sure what tire will have the advantage, but I think Quistro is not aiming to make another pit stop, so it's gonna be a very interesting one. And as Stewart and SBMRT are pitting for the soft tires, so will they be able to use them for 10 laps, 9 laps of racing probably, because I think the safety car will be in this lap. Different strategy choices from a lot of drivers, so it's gonna be a very fun race till the end. What strategy will pay out? And the safety car is coming in this lap. It's Billy, is the driver again. Same as the first safety car restart, to lead the field and time this restart. Well, we're following the Williams driver. He lost his teammate in the battle. Now all on his own with the championship leader Nathaniel right behind him. And look at Patrick, he is close as well into P3. Really great pace from him. And one of the Quistro on the medium tires. And look at one of what the hell is happening, guys, right behind. Hammers UK and Men Like Donkey are spinning already. And the safety car is in, and Billy has gone. And Nathaniel has a good restart as well, and so is Patrick's. Nathaniel is weaving and weaving, and so is Patrick's. But look at Patrick's under pressure from Quistro on the medium tire. And will there be an overtaking opportunity for one of the Mercedes? Ricca is showing himself. Oh, Quistro in the wall, and that will allow Ricca to get past him. And Ricca moves up to P4, going side by side into turn 3. Let's see who is outbraking. Quistro on the medium tire is outbraking Ricca and stays P4. But nevertheless, Quistro is losing a lot of time to the guys in front, so he is losing the momentum to fight for a podium position. While he's fighting with Rika, and right behind Stavridis in P3, moving up a position into P6. So Stavridis is making up some position. A great recovery drive from him when he was P17 before. A really great job by the Greek driver. Also very consistent as always, keeping out of trouble, picking up the most points you can get. And now trying to aim for an overtake on Rika. And further behind, at the front, we have Nathaniel closing in to it's Billy. He is within 0.5 of a second. Nathaniel Perrin, the current championship leader, is hunting down it's Billy for that P1. He is almost, they're almost creating a gap of 1 second to Patrick's. And Nathaniel still waiting for the rest to be enabled. Nathaniel is just driving with his mind. Just needs to maximize his points. His championship rivals are P6 and out of this race, so he doesn't need to win it. Just needs a clean overtake. No need to take too many risks, and just gather as much points as he can. Oh, Nathaniel! Nathaniel has retired! What? Nathaniel's in the wall! Oh my god, the championship leader is out of this race! What happened? Oh, this is the commentator curse. This is the commentator curse. He broke his entire left wheel. What's happening? All the championship leaders are crashing out, and Stavridis is the one who's laughing at the moment. Oh, Nathaniel will be furious. He will be very angry on himself. Oh, Nathaniel. And it's Billy is running away with it now. But don't forget Luca on the fresh mediums. He's closing in to the Mercedes in front. Saving up a lot of ERS, having a really good exit compared to Rika. But Rika is trying to go for a move on Quistro. Oh, a small tap to the wall. And Rika is going to make a move. He has some good straight line speed. He is going for a move on Quistro, and the DRS has been enabled. So after turn 2, the DRS will be enabled. So who will be the driver in front to have that DRS? But Quistro is still there, and Quistro is having a slightly tap, and Relay Luca now into P4 on the fresh medium tires. He is going to be a threat for Rika. And look at Luca, and look at Rika. He has used a lot of ERS. His red lights are already flashing at the back of his car, and this will allow Relay Luca to close in even more because he saved up some ERS right behind him as well. Let's see Luca, and Luca is really close to Rika, going through sector 2 now, where downforce is a must. Oh, Luca a little wide on the exit, but he kept his car on the track and he cuts the corner nicely. I think it's validated. And going through the castle section now. Luca not taking too many risks, knowing I just need a podium. Luca fighting for the podium on Rika. And look at Stav and Quistro. Quistro and Stav are close right behind him as well. And look at Price Phantom. Price Phantom has lost it. I think we have a yellow in sector 2. But look at Luca. We're battling for P3, the last podium spot. 4 seconds away from Patrick's and Billy. So I don't think he will be able to catch up on them. And Ruth is out of the session. Will there be a late safety car? Will there be a full safety car on the grid? Ruth is out of this session with one of the Ferraris. I'm not sure what's happening. And look at Luca. Rika using all of his ERS to defend. Oh, will there be a late move from Luca? I don't think there will. I think he's aiming for a great. I think this will be an easy overtake with Rika already using all of his ERS. But there will be a side-by-side battle into turn 3. And Luca is breaking late, but Rika is keeping his car there. And Luca is fighting Rika, but Luca has the inside line. And they are touching us slightly. And this will allow one of the Haas squeeze throw to gather time on them as well. Luca has a hard time passing Rika, who has some great straight line speed. But we all know that. Oh, and Luca is making the move, going side by side through the castle. No, that's not possible, guys. Luca doesn't take the risk to go side by side through the castle section, and now needs to wait for the right moment. What a battle between Rika and Luca. With only 7 laps to go, 6.5 laps to go, Luca is definitely having some overspeed on Rika here, but he doesn't seem to be able to get past. But now Luca is all over the back of Rika. Rika's red lights are flashing, so he's low on the arrest. So this should be an easy overtake for Luca, but Luca's not close enough. Rika had some great straight line speed. Look at Rika. His straight line speed is immense. And Luca is desperate to get past. Will there be an overtake on this lap? I think he has a really good exit compared to Rika now, and he's really close. I think he should be able to get the move done. He is switching to the inside line, using his ERS and making the move stick on the inside line into turn 3. And he is braking late, of course he is. And he made the move stick. Relay Luca on the podium with that great strategy. He lost a lot of time compared to the front runners, but look at Patrick's. Patrick's has closed the gap to 0.6 of a second to it's Billy. So we have a battle for the lead. Will there be a first win for Patrick's in his DTR career? I'm not sure if he will manage to claim this victory, but we will see. Both on the hard tires, both on 12 lap old hard, so the strategy is the same between these two drivers. So we're going to keep a close look on this battle for P1 in the last 5 laps. Patrick's has a really good exit, picking up the slipstream. He has some straight line speed. That's what he has showed us all earlier in this race for defending from the guys in front. But he has a lot of ERS left. Look at him. He's not using even ERS. And he's picking up a lot of slack. Oh, on the outside and going past It's Billy to take the lead of this Grand Prix in lap 22 of this race. And he gets the move done. Oh, and a slight touch from It's Billy. And Patrick has spun. Oh my. What's happening to the front runners? Relay Luca is in P2. And will this be Relay Luca's day? On the right strategy, 4.2 seconds away. In P2, Patrick's got tapped by Billy from behind, so Billy will definitely get a penalty for that. As we've seen with Division 2 last week in Monza, that Donkey Down has been tapped by Abrasive, and Abrasive got a 10-second time penalty for that collision. But Luca is now closing in, and I think Luca will get this win if he keeps within 5 seconds of his main rival. But still, he needs to finish in front of him on track. But he has great speed. Rika and Cristro battling for P4, P3. And look at Staff. Staff is right behind them as well. Staff is in P5, and remember, he started from P13, fell back after a few laps to P17. He was dead last after the second safety car, and now he's back in P5, so he is again showing some great pace. While Quistro is really struggling on the 14 lap old medium tires, and this will allow Stavridis to get the move done. Going side by side with Quistro to take P4, and he has made the move stick. And Quistro is still outbraking Staff. Staff is really struggling. And look at one of the Williams, Stewart. Not really a nice move by Quistro, but he's defending really hard there. And this will help Rika to gain more time. And Stewart is on the soft tire. So these soft tires are working really well for Stewart. But how long will they last? And Stewart is really close to Quistro. Quistro really struggling on those tires, but so is Stavridis. And look at Luca. Relay Luca is closing up. 2.4 seconds away to It's Billy. And It's Billy's on 14 lap old hards, and the medium tires of 9 lap old are still gaining time on the hard runner. So impressive strategy call by Relay Luca to stay out very long on those hard tires. And look at the Williams showing himself on Quistro, and Staff is locking up on those 17 lap old hard tires. And he's now being... And Price Phantom has lost it, and will there be a late safety car? Yes, there will be! Oh my goodness, the whole grid will be closed up in the last couple of laps. And will there be a driver to take a gamble to go for soft in the last laps? And It's Billy is going into the pits. And Rika is diving into the pits as well. Stewart is not pitting. Oh my. People are diving into the pits. And Patrick is continuing. But he is... No, he's not continuing. He's in the pits as well. On the fresh softs. But remember, we only have 2 laps to go. So it's going to be a very risky move from Billy. Luca is on 10 lap of mediums. Continuing on his strategy call. And will the safety car be in this lap? I'm not sure. I think it will. I think it will. So the drivers need to speed up. And I think Luca just wants to get this as quick as possible to go in with 2 remaining laps of racing. There will be 1 lap safety cars. And so there will be no DRS. So the straight line speed is important. But we all know Luca has the ERS to deploy in the last 2 laps. So he can defend. But knowing that Billy is on the faster tire, he is in P3 on the fast, on the new soft tires, he will be very... Oh, and the safety car is in this lap. Stop on the soft as well. Oh, Luca's gonna have a hard time on the restart. He needs to wait as long as possible. And only the top 6 have been close enough. But 6 and 7 are 7 and 8 are closing in as well. So there will be a few laps to go. We're going to stay on board with the current leader. It's Relay Luca. And is he going already? And I think he is. Relay Luca is going, and he is under pressure of Stewart. 2 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Relay Luca on the medium tire. And he is trying to get out. Stewart is getting out of the way of It's Billy. And now It's Billy has 1.5 lap to go to take over his lead again on the fresh off tires. But let's see if he has warmed up his tires on the right temperature. I think he is, because he has some great overspeed into the corners. And Rika has overtaken Stewart as well, and Stavridis into P4. closing into, but look at Billy. Yeah, Billy is getting past Relay Luca. Is Relay Luca trying to stick with him? Oh! Relay Luca spun around Billy. Oh, what's happening? Oh my! Oh, what's happening? Oh! Oh my! What's happening? And Rika is just driving away. Oh my god! And Staff is in P2. Stewart has retired. What a carnage at the last lap of this race. And Rika has a 2.2 second gap. And Staff is in P2. Oh my. What a carnage. And look at Haas, he's in P4. On the soft tires as well. And Patrick's in P6. It's Billy in 7th. Oh my goodness. And Rika is probably going to win this one. With the last lap starting right now. Rika has a 2.5 second lead. And will he claim his first DTR victory? And look at further back behind, we have a three-way battle. Oh, Patrick is outbraking himself. I don't think he will be able to fight. And he has no one behind him. SBRMT is going to put the pressure on Haas. We also think that Rika is going to grab this win if he doesn't make any mistakes anymore. But what a carnage this race has been. 4 safety cars, a lot of changes in the lead. The championship leaders, except for Severlis, spinning out. Wow. A lot of action on the track today. So, but yeah, who is my driver today? It's going to be a really tough one. I mean, Rika and Severlis both won 10 positions. Rika kept out of trouble. So did Staff. I think Rika's just trying to not push too much to be able to get this win. And Staff still in P2, which is amazing. Picking up the fastest lap probably, but I think Rika is going on the main straight really low on the RS, and so is Staff. But I think Rika is going to cross the line in first to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix round 6. Rika is your winner. Staff finishing in P2, picking up the fastest lap of this race. Great recovery drive from Rika and Staff. Quistro in P3, Patrick's in P4. It's Billy in P6. Probably have a penalty as well at the end of this race. Haas in 7th, and Hammers UK is going to cross the line in 8th place. I don't think he expected that from after that crazy start of this race. But Felix the Pirate, the other Ferrari driver, is going to finish in P9, picking up a point as well for the Ferrari team. And men like Donkey, not retiring off the session, is going to grab a point today. Started from last into almost last into P10, picking up that last point, going to cross the line right now. And this was our Azerbaijan race today. What a race, what a race, what an action on the track. Really enjoyed this one. And my driver of today, yeah, it's going to be Rika. I'm going to agree with the game today. It's going to be Rika. A great job by Rika to keep himself out of trouble, to maximize he was a bit lucky. But he deserved this one. He just stayed out of trouble. Be consistent. Same goes for Staff. It was a really tough one. Staff is closing in the championship standing on both his rivals. He jumps Fox Blue in the championship standings, and he is only 8 points behind Nathaniel now, with both championship leaders and fastest drivers of this division not being able to complete their race. So congratulations to Staff as well on picking up that P2. But look at this man spraying some champagne. Rika is taking the win, his first DTR win. So congratulations to him. Quistro picking up a podium as well, so he is closing in on his rivals as well. A great race we've seen. Rika picking up the win, Steph in second, Quistro in third, Patrick's in fourth, SBM RT in fifth, It's Billy in sixth, Haas in seventh, Hammers UK in eighth, Felix in ninth place, Man Like Donkey in P10. And the rest of the grid haven't finished their race, so they will not be awarded any points. I want to thank you for watching, and we will upload this video on YouTube as soon as possible. So thank you for watching, and have a good evening.